it is coming face to face with an ex-cultist. A young man tells me his journey into cultism and drugs and how he was able to conquer it and living a better life for himself. This episode of Stories from the Slum is not shot today in the slum because upon his request and for his safety, we are choosing a different location.
This is my story of drug and cultism. They work pari passu, they work together. Actually, I started doing drug at the age of 10 because then my dad used to be this toilet smoker. Like there's what called toilet smoker. At home, he would smoke in the house so that nobody would know. But then growing up, I used to be this too inquisitive kind of a guy. Like each time my dad goes out from the toilet, I would enter, pick it, light it up. Most times it would choke me because then I didn't know how to do it. So I graduated to Purple Leaf because there was no money then now to start buying cigarettes. And then I was still a kid, like a boy of 10 years. Even if I should go to buy the cigarette, they will not sell it to me. So me and my friends then, we started doing Purple Leaf with normal paper. We would grind it, put it in the paper. So that was the journey. From there, I graduated into drinking actually. I could drink anything then. I was in secondary school, not yet in university. So then in secondary school, I first joined Baggers. They called them the Vikings. But then it wasn't a serious thing then. But we were just maybe playing along and doing some kind of gig, going to some shows to get some things. So at the time, I decided to leave Vikingship to join the men's set. That was when I entered university. I only spent, let's say, I didn't spend up to 4 months as a university student. I was investigated. I ran away from school because of some court clashes. I played the major role. I could remember then, after my matriculation in school, my friend called me, told me that there is this initiation that we're going to do and it's going to be cool, money will come out. Actually, we went for the initiation and the guys that came for the initiations, one of them died. So for us to be safe and for us to have our image cool, we decided to run away from school. In the initiation, you would actually pay. It's expensive. During my own days, I paid 40K. Then I brought some kind of thing, like took them out, hanging out. Then in the night, that was when they did it. They tied us up. Then we walked down, like, let me call it the aisle. We entered the room. Man, the beating there was horrible. The only person that saved me was my brother, like my close friend. He's like a brother to me. He was a member. So the thing is that when they are beating you, if nobody unties that thing, they will still be beating you. Maybe till the point one will now say, okay, we'll now equal or cap or so, do some kind of things. So the only thing that saved me then was my brother. As they were beating me, the thing got so serious that he had to put his hand on my neck and removed it. Then they now stopped. But I couldn't walk for 3 days. So during the killing in the initiation ground, they died, we buried them there, and we were scared of the other people, the new, let me call them newborn babies or the new intake, that they might go and expose things. So we buried them and we decided to run away. It was all over the whole school and I left school. I decided to quit school. I didn't tell my people, but I was still collecting small money from them because that was one thing about doing drug and cultism. You can do anything to get money. You can do anything to bring out the money from anywhere. Then I used to print fake school fees receipts. I'll go edit it, bring it, give my people, they'll give me money. I lived the wayward life. I was collecting rent from my people like I was still in school. Even after they noticed that I was not in school, I was still because I had it difficult to get money then, I was still printing fake jam slip and jam results. I'll tell them that I need to go register for jam again to see if I will enter school. I will go to my friend that works in a cyber cafe. He will edit it for me and give me some kind of things that will look like original. I will come and present it to my people. So when I left school, when I dropped out from school, I was still staying in school environment because, man, I couldn't go back home. The morning was my night and the night was my morning, in the sense that I'm not a student. What I do is sleep. Then I was staying with my ex then. I ran away from the house because of some course clash. My sister, I duped her money because I needed money to do drugs. So I duped her, I ran away. She came from Lagos to my place to get me. When I noticed that she was coming, I ran away. I ran out with 2 shirts and 2 jeans. That was all I was wearing for like 2 months. But I was cutting in my girl's place. Then she was into drugs too, but she's at the primary surface doing this tramadol, and so she accommodated me. Then I was seeing it like, man, this girl is doing me a favor. That made me harden my heart towards my family, because I was like, okay, fine, since I'm with this girl, man, cool. So in the night, I would go for heat. I'll go maybe look for those girls that are going to night class, collect their stuff so that I will sell it and use it to be all right the following month. Or if I don't get anything, I'll just stay and smoke all through the night. I was living a comfortable life. Then to me, my friend now, he's still a cultist, and he was then, I don't know now, he met me and he told me that, man, we need to start working like Yahoo stuff. So I decided to join him. So we went to get some kind of mystical powers so that we use it to work. So as we were coming out from the river, we didn't know that the school we went to do it, they were having Hittites, Buccaneers and Baggers. Like they were having war. Nobody told us. So as we are coming out from the water where we went to do the initiation, to wash our hand, to start the Yahoo stuff, look at Baggers, they were facing us. They were like facing us and they had guns. We didn't come with anything. We were just like, let's come and do our thing. We came in peace. So they shot somebody that was standing like 2 persons beside me. They just shot him. And the person that shot him wasn't like, he shot at impulse. It's not like he came to, because had it been he came to wipe us before don't die since. So when he shot the guy, the only thing I could remember that was I jumped into the gutter, and from the gutter I took off. So I got back to my place. I was like, man, you need to step up this game. And the only way to do it is go abstract, to collect powers that would work, so that even if you shoot me and there's something with powers. If you collect one, if you go for one power, that one would actually make you go for another one. Like when I went to collect that side, they call it Odeshi now, so that if they shoot you, it will not enter. I decided, okay, fine, what if they shoot you, it doesn't enter, and use knife? So I started exploring abstract means. I started working, seeing some little money, but those money, the funds I was getting there wasn't actually useful to me. Someone now told me that there is this thing that I would do in Port Harcourt. Like I had Port Harcourt offer, one here in Lagos, then in Ghana. The Port Harcourt is that if you should bring, let me say you bring a 35-year-old man or woman, they will give you 35 million naira. So I was still thinking about that one. Okay, fine, because my heart was at them, then I can go extreme. So another person, still my cult member, now told me about, I don't know if you heard about Badu in Ikorodu. So I decided, okay, fine, that one is a better offer. They told us that if I should bring a 7-year-old baby, fine. But if I can't get a 7-year-old baby, I should get 70,000 naira, that they would do the bringing for me. Like they would go to the street and get. So I was like, okay, fine, is it to get the baby? That's just it. The person was like, no, if I should get the baby, that I'm going to pound the baby. Because me then, I was having so much worries because of the lives that we have wasted as cultists. Okay, then you might be sleeping or just be having a rest. I would start hearing people. You will not know what it means someone to beg you not to kill him. or her, and you still kill him. You don't know what it means to be at the point of saving someone's life, but because of you to save the oath you had, you need to waste the person. So I was going through issues with that one already. Talk more of adding up to it, little children crying. So I now said, okay, that I would come for the Badu. I started sourcing for money. Then another person now came, Ghana. That one is like a church. They will pray for us. We will be working. If we get the money, we'll give them percentage. Like that one is a percentage kind of. But me, the money I needed so much money that to the point that I wanted to prove my family wrong, that you guys disowned me. But then I didn't know that even then they were still looking out for me. No, without me knowing. Even then they were still asking questions like, how am I? So when the guy chased me out from the girl's house, I started gallivanting, walking around, sleeping anywhere. One day I was walking down the street. It was as if God played the whole story. Like the thing came like a trauma, like a flash. I saw my life, man. I started crying. I called my sister. I told her that I am not the kind of person people think I am. I told her so many things. She was like, that she understands, but there is nothing strange in this life. So she now directed me to a woman in my place. The woman now picked me up. But the first 2 days, the woman started counseling me. She couldn't sleep because those forces started coming. It wasn't coming after me because it has gotten me. Like it has. I did drugs, everything I did for 15 years. Police never catch me for one day. I had this thing I did in Benin that if I'm here now and maybe police is coming, I will start sweating around my legs, and once it starts happening, I will just leave. You will see police come and take people. So my sister now, as she directed me to the woman now transferred me to a pastor who told me to do 7 days dry fasting. Imagine me coming out from drug, like I wasn't even sure of what I was. Then I was at that point, anything, even if it's to die. I could remember telling my sister that I'm going to take the life, man. There is no need, as I've killed people, as I've wasted people's life, there's no need to enjoy myself, because I was seeing it like I won't have peace of mind because I couldn't sleep again. The drug no gree go out. Yes, I've confessed, I've told someone, like I've opened up to someone, but still I couldn't do anything. So they now said the first step is to go and denounce. I called them, I told them that, man, I am tired. They said, okay, fine, since I'm tired, because I was one of the hitmen then, since I'm tired now, that they will still do the normal routine, like the way they initiated me. I went, but man, I saw hell. The kind of beating they gave me was, I would prefer to go and thief in Alaba market and they beat me. This one, there was no time limit, nobody to help you. They gave me the beating of my life. I came out and I was still cool. But then, one thing about denouncing is, I'm a denouncer, but some other cult groups don't know that you've denounced. When I left, they introduced me to a rehabilitation center here in Lagos. It's called House of Joy in Surulere. There I stayed for 6 months, but at the time, one thing about drug addicts is that they can't stay in a place. That feeling to take drug, that urge. So I couldn't cope in the rehab. After 2 months, I remember I now told them that I registered JAMB, that I need to come and take JAMB. They now released me from the rehab. I ran back to my place and I was scared of coming back to the rehab because during that first 2 weeks we didn't do anything. We were just sleeping, waking up, eating, sleeping, and man, you see so many things in my body, people scratching their body. It wasn't funny. So when I left, I told them that I'm not coming back again, that this is not the kind of life that I want to live. So my sister now called me like, if I should miss that opportunity, that man, I'm going to get it real hard again in life, nobody to help me. So I came back to Lagos and I stayed. I graduated from House of Joy. They gave me employment then, but now they have not started for the year. So, and that's the story to this point. That's what led me to this point. That's what I'm doing now. I'm studying human resource management, National Open University here in Lagos.
I'd like to ask, why did you choose to tell this story?
Why I decided to tell this story is to help every drug addict there in the streets. These people are human beings like me and you that aren't strong enough to go through the emotional pains we went through. They weren't strong enough to withstand what we withstood. They needed something to help them. Not that they are not human beings. They are human beings like us. Most of the mistakes people do is they see a drug addict, you take the drug addict to a psychiatric house, which is not it. So I'm telling my story now to let anybody out there that is doing drug know that you can stay out of it. You can truly be free. You can be that person you want to be. Drug can knock you down, but you can stand up. So there is hope. There is life.